Okay guys, so I'm not sure where I left off with the last video without checking back, but I just thought I'd catch up now. So basically I have cleaned the engine, but as you can see these sort of crystals forming, and I think they might be salt crystals, but I don't know how to get rid of them. Some people have said, corrosion on aluminium can be got rid of by vinegar, a mix of vinegar and distilled water. So that's what I've tried on the plenums. But I don't know what you guys think. This is very strange. And here it starts coming back in like great big bushes. You know, when I took the cover off a few days ago, there was loads of it here, which is really weird. So anyway, I've been tidying things up there. I've cleaned up the wiring loom which goes on the engine and tried to sort of clean up a little bit here. At the other side here, you can see these crystals coming back here. It's very strange. And otherwise, I've made a start on the, I don't know if this is called the plenum or the air intake. I don't know. These parts anyway, so I've cleaned up the surfaces. They were really quite mucky. Took a lot of sanding. And now I'm basically retapping all of these M6 threads here. Okay, those are now all retapped and done. So I'm going to put those in the box. Okay, so finished the plenums and now moving on to brackets such as this, which go on the engine, just tidying them up and putting them away. Okay, so I'm just continuing with the engine, and I'm swapping out all of these clamps for, where have they gone? These clamps, which you can't see in the bag there, but you can see here, for example. I'm just going around replacing all of those clamps. But I've done that now, so what I want to do now is I want to find some clever way of blocking up the intake so I can actually clean this top part. So what I'm going to do is I've pressed a piece of cardboard on there. I'm going to cut that out, put it in there and put grease around the edge to stop the dust going in. Okay, that worked quite well actually. Apart from that one, I've got to pull back up again. But I basically made a template of that opening and pushed the cardboard in there and then put grease around the edges, which seals it quite well. So I'll just be able to pull that out and all the dust and dirt will have stuck to the grease. Okay, so that actually worked out quite well. Using a block that sort of just fits basically between those two, and then in that one I put 600 on that side and 800 on that side. So what I want to do now is just wipe off that oil and see how we've got on. It took a bit of time, but getting these surfaces flat and clean of any crud, salt, corrosion, what have you, is well worth it. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's not perfect here, but it's looking pretty good, I must admit. Oh, that's the grease coming up that I put down there. Yeah, there's a bit there that could be done here. But these are the most important parts around here. This one could do with a bit more as well by the looks of it. But pretty good, pretty good. I might just go over them one more time, but that's looking pretty good. Hi guys, so back up at the garage today and continuing with the engine. I can't remember if I showed you yesterday, but I've got those sides cleaned up and ready to go. I just had to check the torque settings on this bracket at the top here. That's 23 Newton meters. And I've also ordered the gaskets for left and right sides. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean up this side just like I did over there. And the way I've done that is exactly the same as the other side. I've put some, oh, I've noticed a little hole there. Put some cardboard cutouts in there and greased around the edges, and that worked really well. It catches all the dust. I've also made up myself a little block out of aluminium profile, which sort of fits underneath this tube here, so I don't have to take it off. All I have to do is just secure that up, just to lift it up a little bit. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's got that side cleaned up as well and all hoovered out. So what I'm going to do now is block these off again, and then I think I'm going to move on to this bracket over here and fixing that. Okay guys, so I've got the cam cover off here, and I just wanted to get you in here to show you what I'm up to. So what I did, well, it was ages ago now, probably like a year and a half ago or so, or a year ago when I first looked at this. I took this chain tension, or this chain guide off, and it was quite eaten away on the inside, which made me quite concerned about the rest of the engine. Excuse me. But I've sort of reached the decision that you know, I haven't got time to do this myself, to tear down the engine and do a whole bunch of work on it. So what I'm gonna, and I certainly can't afford the 10 or 15 grand it will cost to overhaul it. So the engine was fine, essentially, with with the exception of a few things, when I took it off the car. So I'm gonna put it all back together, drive it maybe for a few years, and then plan to do the engine at some point in the future. But obviously what I will do is this chain guide. I've had a tip or a hint by a subscriber, which says take these solenoids out for the Vario cam and clean them all up with brake clean. So I'm going to do that. They literally just pull out, but you have to be careful, there's a spring on the end. And clean up the fascia, and then essentially that's going to be it. I've got new gaskets and stuff. I realized I haven't got this one, so I'm gonna have to buy that one new. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Replace this, clean these, clean up the fascia, and order this. Okay, so I've just taken the chain guide off the top there, and you can see that's the sort of damage it has after 100,000 miles. And you can see it's really starting to go there. I mean, it's not horrendous, if my camera would focus. But if you, yeah, there we go. If you compare it to the new one, which is a different color, strangely. Obviously, well, it's brand new, but yeah, that just makes me wonder what the rest of the chain guides are looking like on the inside. But I'm going to put this one in now, and it's 10 Newton meters to secure it into the cylinder head.